I'm a physician with dual board certifications in emergency and integrative medicine, and I've had the honor in the past 32 years of evaluating thousands of children. The parents of those children will, to their dying breath, say that it was a vaccine that caused their child to descend into autism. It was a vaccine that caused their child's neurologic disorder. It was a vaccine that caused their child's asthma, their child's eczema, their child's food allergy. I know there's a huge disconnect between what these parents are telling us and what you guys are teaching us. I also know as an ER physician and by personal experience, ignore mom or dad at your own peril. But I'm not here today to debate the safety and efficacy of vaccines. I will, however, challenge each and every one of you in this room to that debate. I will challenge the CDC, the NIH, any university out there to that debate in a public forum. But I know it will never happen. The science isn't there. I'm all about the science. The biggest cause of vaccine hesitancy in this country is the lack of true vaccine science. I am here today to ask you guys in this committee to please, the community counts on you, do your job. I used to naively think that ACEP based all their recommendations on rigorous study of multiple trials that determined the safety and efficacy of each one of your recommendations. I've since learned that ACEP is simply participating in an industry-wide phenomenon I'm going to call junk science. Junk science has allowed, with all due respect to my colleagues in this room, presentation of these papers, of these studies, that would never pass the rigors of a peer-reviewed journal if they were on any other subject other than vaccines. I've watched junk science allow GSK to publish a paper on their MMR vaccine in which 10% of these healthy 12-month-old babies ended up in an emergency room in 6 weeks, and 2.5% of them developed a new chronic medical condition. But that's all okay, not because they compared that vaccine to a placebo group or a delayed vaccine group, but because they compared it to the current MMR2 vaccine.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you heard earlier that there's no real concern about aluminum because it's such a small amount, and so it really shouldn't matter. But the kind of aluminum that we put into vaccines is a different kind of aluminum that we see environmentally. This is called a nanoparticle, and nanoparticles bind really tightly to the bacteria antigens, the virus antigens, the food protein antigens, and any other contaminants that are in the vaccines that we may not know about. And we know that the biochemical properties of nanoparticles is that they are capable of entering the brain. And so we have not evaluated the safety of the aluminum nanoparticles